Hello. Croeso. Whoa. Croeso i'r stream. Let's be honest. Croeso i'r bod. Yes, cer ymlaen. Y chat fi fan o'n dal yn sbio fan'na. Pam dwi'n hynna? Ie, dwi'n mynd i cer ymlaen. Chwarae. Broken Sword 1. Shadow of the Templars. Dwi'n cofio'n iawn, oeddwn ni yn siarad efo'r aristocrat yma. A oedd hi hefyd yn nabod y killer. Y boi yma. So. Lle dwi'n mynd? Dwi'n siarad boi yma gynta. Professor y Temple.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
What the hell are these conversations? George, calm down.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants.
Oh, shit,
Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer.
Max
They are a
Spencer's.
pleasure
Woo!
and a
Shout out.
comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
Private detective, and Togant in the game, then you reference at the private detective.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
Ooh.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Fair enough. Shake my hand.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
Whoa.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven. Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey, allai just mynd I safe chdi, please, a cael y thing, please. Diolch yn fawr, please.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
What?
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry, I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Just rhywbeth,
Rats.
ddim yn dda iawn yn
Do you know a
Declan
man named
Stabber.
Plantar?
Non, monsieur.
No, monsieur. Da iawn.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
Ww, ti'n
This
un
is
yn
a highly respectable
can,
hotel,
don't it?
monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so.
Ah, good one.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to
Good
know
one.
what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. Do you
Look at
recognize
this.
the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Good. Shake my hand.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand.
Oh.
Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. What do you make of this tissue?
Look at this
Do
tissue.
you wish me
Look at
to
this tissue.
dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is. Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Oeh, kan mij die vitamin? Oh. Correct, dus ja, met je stoel en weet dat nog?
The door was locked.
Okay.
The door was locked.
Door was locked. Door was locked. Door was locked. Jag såg det tror jag. Okay. Okay, nu. Sorry. Just a light admin ydw i. Fi di'r unig person ar Twitch sy'n streamio bod console Shadow of the Templars Reforged ar hyn o bryd. Nuts. That's nuts. Dwi'n ôl.
The door was locked.
Iawn, so dwi eisiau mynd i'r drws yna. Dwi'n ti wan. Amlwg... No. Hwn, dwi eisiau de. Ga i jyst cymryd o?
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way. There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Okay.
I figured the lady at the keys wouldn't appreciate a duet with a musical illiterate like me. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
George!
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm hoping it's the key to Merlin's room.
Na 22 yeah.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Yay.
I say, you there, flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Let's steal. Yes.
There was no one registered under the... But the name in the...
Okay. Let's go. Room 21.
The door was locked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, to click there.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
I'm in.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
I'm gonna go to the cabinet. So, if I'm just having a lang though. Oh, a dream window.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Why are you lying? Okay, let's go, George. Let's go, George. Yes! Doing kind.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobar didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Good one.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobar didn't raise no suicidal fools, though. If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobar didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Oh, okay. Ah, so go. Oh, whoa. Game changer. Spear. Game changer. Well, I didn't cover that. So, hitting the game of blind. Fill them with one. Or blind. One. Or blind. One. Or blind.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
Cool.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Ang pen du siya nöjd man. Classic. Close.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Oh no, no!
I had the...
Na, pam siya na, pam siya na! Dim fi nath yna, dim fi nath yna, dim fi nath yna. Oh. So. Rest erheen, ja, spel. Oder, re-release van Kylan erheen, weet. Yes.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Hmm. Oh, du vet det, Johan. Du vet det i... Så. Så. Ja. At du begynner stupen eller noe før meg, må bare sitte ved det.
The door was locked.
Door was locked. Okay. Oh, should we put him in all on?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
So ain't good sir. Oh.
Hello again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't. Do you recognize this card?
No,
Do you recognize...
no, I don't.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I had a caller. Being sick of him.
What now, monsieur?
Pixels.
Does this pass mean anything?
That is
That's right. I want to see what he's left...
impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a...
Maybe.
What?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Oh, die van ja, Nicole. Yes.
Bonjour, couleur.
Bonjour, Colette.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'll be
ti'n mynd
fine.
Ti'n mynd dod i helpu fi? O'n i'n mynd sy'n cynnig dod i helpu fi.
The figure of a sexless youth was frozen in mid-skip with a silly grin on its stone lips.
What? Dwi'n ofyn mynd allan. Gwyd i'r heiniau'n tynnu beth i fi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I found this path.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me, but he wouldn't buy it.
I'll give him something to be scared of.
Yes!
Follow me, George!
Follow me, George! Yes. Just got hot in the 1 minute.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give it.
But that is...
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law.
Yes!
If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Yes! Come on.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
You'll handle with it. Yeah.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Dyn ni 100% yn y wrong of yma, yeah.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
O, mae'r hynny am di... Fydda i fwy allan am di... O, dwi wedi bod allan unwaith yn barod, do. Be'n i'n call gynta.
Bonjour, Kula.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
Sticky face.
I'm fine.
Hey, I've got something awesome to show you.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
A surprise.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't like mysteries, George.
I can't tell you just now, but I'll come show you soon.
Ah! Iawn, safio, cos dwi'n mynd tystio dau boen allan am hynna. Goodbye, Lady Piermont, forever. Oh no!
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flat.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
What?
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Some time later. Dwi di marw! You what? We're going on. Ydw i'n gael jump allan trwy ffenest? Ydw i'n clyndo?
The door was locked.
Oh, mae gynna fi. That'd be awkward now. Okay. What the fuck?
If I wanted my shit, Mama Stobar didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Nog wel been. Ik ben een game. Okay. Kom weer.
If I wanted my shit,
die-
Mama Stobar...
Zet me zo in de...
If I wanted my shit, Mama... I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Bij jou. Men då som jag ni var där. Okej. Du gör jag en aggressiv lite vad nej Lovely. Ta Lady Paramount Ambit. Wacht, ik ga eens nog dit. Ze heen dit echt wel in. Ah.
Hold it right there.
Mooi van die
Search
heen
him
in zijn
again.
achter.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Suckers. Suckers.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Yes.
I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out. You're just not going to
Bonjour,
believe what
collègue.
I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Oh my god, what?
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse.
Oh my god, what?
Whatever this
this
manuscript
Da
means,
Vinci
it's connected
Code?
with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy.
No.
Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years.
What?
Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Slay. Slay!
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Guys.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you
Darwin-
suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Thank you. Vad viskar ni about him?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Good one.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him, or the company.
That's the killer.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
Damn. Doe maar pijn, doe ik hem weer.
Hey Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, gang. Your cool museum, innit? Muziek. Ama bushes and
A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me. I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
fair enough, mate. Ja, nu de savvy we hebben maar over big pipes. Echt, dat was fan. Vijona nee. Paris. Oh.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Ooh, a type of thing. I mean,
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Ti ffwc ti gweithio fa yma, ddim yn gwybod am y night...
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No, no, no. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobino.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Shake hands.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
A stick.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers. Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
What do you make of this tissue?
Look at
It
my
is-
tissue.
Absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Thanks for your help.
In the display case.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking,
Pam,
but
sorry.
the case was locked.
What's she doing? Pam. Pam sgynna.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Pam sgynna.
I tried to raise the glass cover of the case,
Pam.
but it didn't budge.
Pam sgynna. Sy'n literally ddim rheswm i ddwy'n stwff yma.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. There was nothing in the urn.
Y handful yma.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Fair enough. Ddim yn gwneud 3 tab ar eto. That can be true. Let's have a look at typepad ma.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marn at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Okay, Ireland. Let's go.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus. I was no desecrator of tombs.
What? beth dwi angen neud dan. Ydy'r gem yn honni dwi eisiau dwy'n hwn?
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you see? If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
At your age? Dream on.
Whoa, what? George, chill.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Fair enough.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Well, fel yndi, mae hwnna'n...
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
Fair enough.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
Okay.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah oui, they connect the market, cleaned up.
George, tu pots bach twat o boi yndi?
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
Mae da, George, tu pots o. Mae boi ma wedi bod reit plaen yn dweud, dwi'n mwyn gwybod am byd. Du möchtest einen Kartenstoff. Ja, Cymru binnen. Twatwit. Fuck off.
Thanks for your help.
Ja, ik weet wel een is zo.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
Watch out! You will have that done on top of us!
Doing 100 düşündün ise.
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
What? Du is met die island. Du is randomly met die wereld. En toch? Du is random die wereld. Pas. That's a bit of a stretch. Yay! Top of the morning to ya! A pint of Guinness for ya. Laddie. Put more peat on the fire, laddie. Yes.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day. I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
That's with done.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Yeah, fair enough.
Russo's the name. Murder's my game.
Are you a detective?
Let's just say I'm here to find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly?
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Good one.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Yeah.
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh. There's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. Did this clown see? and he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse.
Worst.
It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waiting while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Yay!
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
Shake my hand again.
No way.
Yeah, fair enough.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
That's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Fair enough.
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Meg. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, It should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
What bits in though? Don't lie.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism?
Doyle. Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Shake my hand.
Hey, bartender?
A landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez.
Look at my
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Do you recognize the name?
No.
Nah, it was a long shot. Thanks.
Man.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I pass out.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little uns fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I...
See you later. Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Somehow, I felt strangely compelled to... I was about to reach for them. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
The castle?
What
Have
can
you
you
seen
tell
the
me about the
castle?
castle,
What's
Mr.
in the
O'Brien?
castle?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Ooh.
Why is Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticated. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Well,
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
gem.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? Not a reporter, are you?
No.
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you,
that's
it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmar.
Oh no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope. I've never seen him before.
Oh, pen, what?
Goodbye for now. He wasn't listening.
Doyle?
Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Fair enough.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavoured condoms, more likely.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat? That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmar to Ballydoon.
Nobody told me. The lucky sod. So that's why he's scampered.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Bye for now.
Old man. Speak to me, old man.
Hi there, old timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. It's the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No.
Dim
I'd
police
know it if you
gata, ti
were.
ddim yn gata.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around
scrawny
at the
fella?
castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Pen di gorau, hwnna ta hwnna. Dim Guinness a tap chwaith. No!
I'll see you. Hello again.
What?
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Fair enough.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko.
Me bucko.
Lochlarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
No ghost.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh!
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face, and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Hello again.
What?
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
What's in the box now? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Hello.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right. Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Where can I find Professor Pegram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
Okay.
See you later.
Battle.
The man's arm lay across the top. No point in phoning that guy again.
Allô? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
Ireland? What are you doing there?
It's a long story.
Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. He probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
What?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of...
No.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Okay.
Thanks.
What do we do now?
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses, with a creamy white froth on the top.
قلت لي بتي هوكن سهلا. Hey, you little shit! Come here.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly?
He's an English
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
Ooh. Okay.
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
Okay.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Lochmarn all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Cyn nes Sean Fitzgerald Ewb sydd yn yma. Fam. Hello, farmer.
Hi.
Do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Pegram.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Do you think Pegram's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem. He disappeared. Bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
Doing with Jam.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
What?
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
What?
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here, on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls, there's a Templar chapel.
What?
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Fair enough.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
Lol.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the play. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Lol.
Surely the portrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh no, far from it.
In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
I knew it! Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
You're a circus clown.
No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
He's a psychotic killer. I think he may be
Psychotic
connected with
killer,
Peagram's
but,
disappearance. I have to go now.
Okay, så... Storm.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
Lol.
Hello.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
So what's it? So what's with you?
He's a little liar. He'll say anything to get attention.
Well, it's his word against yours, I guess. See you later.
No, but över.
Somehow, I'd managed. I felt strangely compelled. Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
I'm not surprised. He's on medication for his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
You know, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar?
What?
Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimpers, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
Zie me gaan stout komen van vrouwen. Wat doe je dan in jou?
Thanks.
Hoi, ben je? Someone in the pub will have more to tell you.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh, nothing. Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now.
Let me see.
I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Yo.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Bye for now. The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it.
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
Just my luck. Grassed up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam.
Ooh.
So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
What did Pegram find at the castle?
The entrance to an underground chamber. It was filled with earth and rubble, and Pegram had us dig it out. We uncovered a secret room, a hidden chapel.
Oh my god. Hidden chapel.
Did Pegram find the gem in the altar room?
I don't know. He made us leave and wouldn't tell us why. Half an hour later he came out, white as a sheet he was. He closed down the dig and locked up the castle, sent us all away.
From the sound of it, Pegram had discovered more than just the gem. This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me!
Who will?
Man from Paris, Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
No!
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean
with your
Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke. Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Casual care allan.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. Well, the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh, Pixie. Det skulle heta Pixie då.
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Not so.
Yeah, you've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses. Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Yeah.
See you later, kid.
Oh.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
What?
The workman's key was the obvious tool to use to open this trap door. It was specifically designed for a job like this. Unfortunately, there weren't any holes in the trap door.
Okay. This is gonna be a bigger switch.
Careful!
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Oh, bir şey. Who knows?
Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table.
Yes!
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his...
Run away, run away, run away, run away! Steal, steal, steal.
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard.
Yeah. Little...
I tried to use the keys to lever up the grating, but that wasn't going to happen. Excuse me, Mr.
Hello there. What now?
That's what.
The boy told me Fitzgerald was driven away in the car that hit him.
McGuire's always spinning wild yarns. I don't know where he gets them from. Television, I expect, or comics. If I was you, I'd take what he says with a generous pinch of salt.
McGuire's tale about the car sounds quite plausible to me. He says the driver was dressed like a leprechaun.
That boy has a head full of fluffy toys.
What do you make of this piece of wire?
It looks ordinary enough to me.
Goodbye for now.
Doyle.
Hey!
Stop here.
Hello there again, mister.
What do you know about leprechauns, Doyle?
Leprechauns! Is it the little people you're talking about? Sure, and a cousin of mine was wed to one.
Oh, come on. Do you really expect me to believe that?
It's the truth, I'm telling you. She fell asleep on a fairy ring, see? When she woke up, there he was. A little fella. All in green.
Tell me more about your cousin and the leprechaun.
Oh, no.
Well, young Mary was speechless, especially when the leprechaun up and spoke to her. Be my bride, me darling, says he, and she'll never want for riches again. Okay, says she, and he slips her in a daisies on her finger.
Amen.
So there you are, proof that the little people exist.
Well, that's no proof. All you have is her word for it.
Not so. The following spring, she had a little baby.
Did the leprechaun's promise come true?
What promise was that now?
That she'd never want for riches again.
Now, there's the strangest thing. She never did.
I thought you said she was claiming the social part.
Indeed, Mr. O'Brien, but there's riches and riches. She told me, Pat, she says, that little darling boy is all the riches in the world to me.
Bye for now.
Allô? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George. Are you okay?
Yes, of course I am.
Well, take care. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, thanks for calling, George. Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. He probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Don't need to go in the car. Well, it's like in the car. Go ahead. Ensuite, me that nada.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
So the page, let's go.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Are you sure you don't recognize?
I told you.
Give me another beer, dude. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
I think you've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way it does?
Goatpeline stout is brewed from the finest chemicals in the world.
Oh, negative.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working.
It's not my idea, is it? It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, now, isn't that marvelous? Ha! Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer. And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Let's have a look.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me.
No. Oh, yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions.
Whoa.
Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
Whatever.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen. I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of... I looked down on a stone-tiled floor. Way too far to jump.
Oh my god, boy, now.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Calw fi'n mynd o hwnna. Yay! Did we do it? Hey.
Then I noticed a flash of light, something sparkling beneath the open trapdoor. It was Peagrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there. I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning carp. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. I shut off the faucet as tight as I could. The carton was damp and soggy.
Okay. So we call a Bartolma.
Hey! Hello there again, mister.
Do you recognize this? Saints be praised. Maybe it is. It's the one which Oh, he left it behind.
Oh,
What do you think of this flashlight?
it's not very bright, is it?
I could say the same about some of the present company.
That's true.
Don't let him hear you. Keep it under your hat, mister.
That flashlight, like your brain dial, is not switched on.
I don't think he heard me.
Bye for now.
Bartolma.
The man's arm lay...
Ja, hwnna'n... O teimio, dwi'n meddwl, dwi.
As the man raised his arm
Yes!
to drink, I snatched the towel away.
Iawn. Dwi'n meddwl dwi'n barod yn fyny i'r castell. Sef yn gotcha fi'n live, so dwi... Call it here. Hour 40. Gotcha the VODs, diolch yn fawr. Ti'n beth lai fyny am actually. Ti'n ysgrifennu i chwarae hwn, mae'n siarad ffarmwr da, a fyddai'n claimio hwn. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah. A newch chi sysa.